Righty, righty, righty. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hello, people. Sup? Just link it here, brother. Oh, we have our first link. How is everyone? I'm sorry, I can't call you that back, but I am good, thank you. Cheers, guys. We've got some tracks. We've got a couple tracks lined up. We've got that's what up, VPot? I was with Ellis the other night, Mr. VPot. I didn't know that you guys knew each other so well. That's cool. And he brought you up, and I was like, oh yeah. I've heard of him. I think we're friends on Facebook as well, aren't we? Which is pretty cool. The one and only VPot. If you're able to link it here, then that would be ideal. Wyatt, that's very kind of you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for watching the videos. I hope you enjoy. How are people liking the discussion videos, by the way? You can send YouTube. You can. Oh, bloody hell! They're fucking. They're flying in now. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exton, yo, what up, dog? 7. Oh shit, me. 8. No, don't stop playing. Classic YouTube. Okay. Okay, guys. Hang a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. What are we saying? Mr. Gactics at the back post. Yeah, guys, if there are any kind of topics that you want me to discuss, I've got a long list of them myself. I've got a long list of them, like, of topics I want to talk about in those videos myself. I did, sir. I did. Lastronica. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But yeah, any other topics that you guys want me to address, then definitely send them my way or let me know, because they're good fun. I enjoy doing them. Who have I got in the lineup for reviews? Well, it's a good question. I always kind of feel like I want to keep it to myself what I'm going to review, so that it's a surprise. But I mean, you can guess. You can guess which review's coming next, because quite easily, because it has to be stuff that. What up, Exile? It has to be stuff that obviously it has to be something that people are going to watch. And Never Say Die and Disciple. That's what people care about most, I think. I have heard that teaser, and that track's coming out tomorrow, isn't it? The new Must Die one. I'm just going to look back over some of these comments, because I missed some of them whilst I was getting these links together. But yeah, if you guys, as I said, if you guys have ideas for those discussion videos that you'd want me to talk about, then definitely send them my way. I do have my own list, and I'm going to be getting through them. But I know that there are a lot of things that people are very opinionated about in dubstep and bass music generally. So yeah, if you are down, send me some ideas. You know what? I just got back from Birmingham, which is like a 2 hour train ride from London, and I was listening to the Zomboys Outbreak album, and I think you'd be hard pressed to find a better bass album of the last few years. To be honest, I think it's pretty much got everything. But I would love to know what you guys think of that. And also, I wrote I wrote a tweet at like 1 in the morning English time last night. I was so battered. I got so drunk with my friend, and we were in a club, and "Where Are You Now" came on, and I tweeted, it's the EDM song of the decade," in my drunken state, completely, tongue in cheek. I just wanted to see people's reactions, and it kicked off a little bit. Okay. Where are you now that I need you? I used to sing, guys. I used to be a singer in a band. We covered like Arctic Monkeys and Nirvana and stuff like that. And I used to be in a choir as well back in my school days. Oh, it is. Why am I laughing like a devil? But I've been trying to, have you got in the lineup for me? Is dubstep taken seriously as a genre? I'll note that down. Interesting question, actually. That is an interesting question. What I'm trying to do with these discussion videos is just kind of, make dubstep something that people can talk about, because there isn't really a space like that. Do you know what I mean? It's like we really care about this music, and we are opinionated about certain things in it, and there's no platform really anywhere. I mean, people don't really talk up about that kind of stuff that much on Twitter. They do a bit, but it's not like things just aren't exposed. You know what I mean? It's like that. There's so much that just gets glossed over and brushed over, and I think it's a shame. The Hella and Cybersex EP, Mr. Bohemian, I've had for a while. Yeah, they sent me over like a week and a half ago or something. And I will be reviewing it probably in a roundup, monthly roundup. Oh yeah, Discord server. That is definitely still happening. But I'm still trying to, I'm still trying to factor in like how I'll kind of manage it in amidst everything I'm doing. But don't worry, I'm fully on it. I want to do it soon, and I want someone to set it up for me that knows how to do it. Because in all honesty, I'm not completely literate on Discord. I've never really properly, consistently used it before. How necessarily is musicality in dubstep? That's a good one. How necessary is musicality in dubstep? Dubs. Get your dubs in the wub tub. Sing dubstep for us. Blah. Okay, you have to guess what the song is. Okay. Okay, hang on. Yeah, got it. Reptile. What a fucking jig. Review your dad. That is a classic Master Crook comment, isn't it? Really, he's been chatting me up on Twitter. He's been giving it all that, yeah, giving it all that. Master Crook, classic Crook, Crook right at the back post there. Cheers, Cole. That'd be great. Thank you very much. I'm going to start reviewing the tracks in a couple of minutes, guys, just to let you know. Do I like other? I love other EDM genres besides dubstep, man. I absolutely, you know, I love all music as long as it kind of moves me and is interesting to me. You know, it doesn't really matter what genre it is. I like bass music more than any other kind of music. But yeah, I love, you know, they're actually, funny enough, is never a future bass track that I've really been moved by and really enjoyed. But yeah, other types of electronic music, good stuff. Reptile. Boo, hiss, classic. Okay. Well, I have got 10 tracks now, but some of the tracks I've been sent before have been like 30 seconds long, which obviously isn't really a track. So if that's the case, then I will take on a couple more. But yeah, unfortunately for this one, I've already got 10 tracks lined up. I do like Tear Out. And actually someone said to me that they think it's going to blow up this year. Someone quite high up. I won't name who that was. But yeah, it could happen. It could happen. What do I think of Face My Fears? Well, I actually left a comment on the video of it, so you can go on the Face My Fears official video on YouTube and check out my comment. But it's good. Like, you know what, you know why Skrillex is the best? Because he makes very identifiable moments in all of his tracks that are catchy and just stick in your mind, no matter what genre it is. Yeah. So before I get into reviewing your tracks, guys, what I'm going to say is that, and I've said this to my mate who's just starting out with his production, like, you've got to, when you're making a track, you've got to make something that will stick in someone's mind. That'll make them return to it again and again. Okay, that's a thing that is going to keep people returning to your tracks, is if you have stuff in it that is identifiable, catchy. At the end of the day, I mean your favorite songs, you can sing them, right? Because they are stuck in your head. Tear Out will blow up this year. Extant's said it. What do I think of Katori? He's quite good. I think he's got a lot of potential. Some of his tracks I've really enjoyed. I can't remember the names of them, which probably, you know, says something. But yeah, I think he's got a lot of potential, and you know, we need more people like him, Chime, Asora, about. They're bringing that flavor and that color, you know, to dubstep music. Tear Out Lastronica is what people bloody hell. I don't think I have a least favorite genre, sorry. But as I said, I've never really found a few bass track that I really enjoy. Can't. Skrillex isn't releasing an album. Oh dear. I thought that was happening. Well. Oh well. Okay, I think it's time to get going, guys. If you don't mind, I'm just going to crunch on a broccoli stalk. Have you guys ever had this? Have guys ever just had this? This is the fucking shit. It's the fucking shit. A good little broccoli stalk. I do listen to rap music. I actually, for my cousin, I made my cousin a CD, and the title of it was "The Rap That Changed My Life," because I used to be obsessed with like Lil Wayne, 50 Cent. I used to fucking love all that shit. Broccoli's Talk Gang. The fuck is Broccoli's Talk Gang? Bro, Cole, the fucking stalk is so juicy, so sweet, beautiful, nice little dessert. I prefer broccoli raw, you know. But anyway, I'm gonna get on. I have heard of Puya and Fat Nick. I can't say I got into them straight away. I prefer like, I think at the moment I prefer the Suicide Boys approach to stuff. But yeah, I can rate that. I can respect that they're doing good bits for that scene. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go for track 1 now. Playing off the computer as per. If you can hear it, get your thoughts down on it. Let's give these people some good feedback. I can't have it too loud. I've heard of Ghostman actually. Getter was on one of his tracks, wasn't he? You have submitted there, Mr. Proto Zoyon. See you, Crookie. See you in a bit, mate. But unfortunately, I do have 10 tracks. I do have 10 tracks, so yeah, that's my limit for each one, I'm afraid. Otherwise, I'll be going to bed at fucking 2 o'clock every time I do this, and unfortunately, I can't do that. But here we go. First up, we have. Oh yeah, and just say I'm playing it, but I can't play it ridiculously loud because it's 10 o'clock here. I have people in my house, and it's dubstep music, and I have people living downstairs. I have a family, an Italian family living below me. Fantastic neighbors. They're some of the nicest people I've ever met. But here we go. Number 1, Fazok or Fazok and Random Person with Getting It. That's really nice. I fucking love that vocal. I love that vocal. So that's really good. I really like how you've integrated that. I did like the intro. Perhaps needed one little more thing just to spice it up, like keep it ticking along. I think maybe even I would have personally, I would have had the BPM a little bit higher. So, and then like and still feeding and then still getting it, like a little bit more energy to it. I would have had personally, but I think for what it is, it's good. It's good. Example, the song is called Getting, doing a spin on that vocal. Some good ideas here with the dubstep. Just needs I think it needs a little bit more to it in terms of just the amount that's going on. Yeah, it's slightly, I'd say it's slightly predictable. But I think the sounds themselves are good, but it does just need a little bit more to kind of perk it up. Kind of similar to the introduction, I'd say. And obviously the transitioning into the drop itself needs a little bit of refining and kind of a couple touches on that. And again, the percussion just needs a bit more sharpness, I think. Now, just the percussion, guys, is always what you have to go off. Can you guys hear me? Is the stream not working? Am I being heard? All right, good. Sorry. Is it on? Is it on the right server? Yeah. Yeah. Full speed and the legs still getting it. I really like how you're both bringing together sounds here. I think you've got that kind of nailed down. It's like a lot of tracks that I hear. The problem is that there's just not enough going on, and they don't really think about all the little bits that you kind of have to bring in to make something very listenable. But I think you've got that on point. It just needs to be, more even you just needs to be a bit more of it, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And you can hear how that percussion is lagging just a little bit. It's just, again, with the percussion guys, like anyone who's producing music, if it's sharp, if you got sharp percussion, then you're onto a winner straight away, pretty much. It's from there that the ideas can really be really felt. Oh, hello. Oh, go on, them. Go on, them. Let's go. Really, really, really good idea. Really good idea. I like that. Really like that idea. It does need a bit more flavor. It's like a couple growls in there, or little bits of musicality, just like ticking along, just to like flesh it out much more. But that idea was really great. Random person. I would recommend listening to DJ Blend. To get some ideas. If you what's it called? What's it called? Give us a sec. Give us a sec. Yes. DJ Blend. This was up there with my favorite songs of 2017. Can't remember what's it called. You bagged, you bastard. Oh, come on, help me out. Help me out. Oh my days, come on. He hasn't released that much music. He deleted it 5 years ago. It was released in bloody 2017, mate. Fucking joking. It's gone. He's taken it down. But anyway, listen to a bit of DJ Blend. He knows how to get that blend of growls and everything just spot on in some of his tracks. Let's keep listening. Yeah, I mean, what's good about it is that the energy picks up right to the end. Interesting little bangarang sample at the end. Decent. I really want to find out what this fucking DJ Blend song is. Okay. DJ Blur 3 end. Oh my days, what is it called? Fuck it. It samples Infamous Rebellion. Oh my gosh. What a fucking banger. Listen to this, guys. Come on. Lord, you bastard. Are you ready? Are you ready for this bad boy? Get down to we fuck you. Oh, such a bop, man. It's unbelievable. That is like one of the best. That is a track that I just want to play live. That is like, just for that track, I would want to be a DJ. I'll type it. I'll type it for anyone that wants to check it out. Oh my god, I've forgotten what it's called. No, Infamous Rebellion. Fuck me. Okay, good opener, Mr. Random Person. Thank you very much for that. Now we move on to Tefra and Bohemian with Final Revolver, Final Master. Here we go.
My name is Pliskin, Iroquois Pliskin, Lieutenant Junior Grade.
The Towel Boy. Okay, from the off, really like that opening sample, but I personally would have brought the drums in. I think you could have elongated that. I think you could have stretched that out a little more. But you know, that I think that's completely like a taste thing. You know, some people just like bringing that percussion in early. I personally would have brought it in a little later.
Are you a Navy SEAL? How did you get in? Fast rope descent from a Navy chopper.
See that you could have just started it there, and you could have had that. You could have had a rise with the sample, going like that, and then like. I think for me personally, I would have done that. But as I said, each of their own with drums, you know.
Before that's are you Foxhound? I was part of the Army's Force 21 trials. Force 21. That's about tactical IT deployment, right?
This is good. This is good. I'm liking it. I think for me personally, I think you have to. I think you could have turned or put down the vocal a little bit, just because it's standing out. It's quite glaring in the context of the track, and it almost kind of drowns out the percussion, which is really good in this build. So just be wary of that in the future, like getting the kind of the balance between all the sounds spot on.
That's more of a revolver technique.
Okay, I'm just going to rewind that.
That's more of a revolver technique.
There's not enough of I don't think the impact of the dubstep is felt enough, because it just dips into it too quickly, if you know what I mean. I think the impact of it would be felt more if there was maybe a bigger break, or like some drums leading downwards into the dubstep. It's just, it kind of dips into it too quickly, so the impact of it isn't fully felt. Really like that development from how it began. Like that was really, I like the awareness of that to change it up at that point in the track. Really nice. Yeah, I think I'm feeling what people are saying here. Like it is good. I think I like the sounds in themselves, but it does need a little bit of maybe a little bit of variation, maybe something else taking. I think you do change it up well though. That's the thing. It's a weird one because you are changing it up well, but it does need maybe a little bit more flavor, a little bit more spice with the sounds themselves. What up, Jess? Yo, who's seen my Instagram story today? My good friend Jess Barber, who I saw yesterday in the old Bramland. Could I sing the song? I think that's quite a good rendition myself. Can someone recommend Jess some of their favorite dubstep tracks for her to get into it? Because I don't know if she likes it. I don't know. She almost definitely doesn't like it. So someone dubstep tracks to get her into dubstep.
Why do you still live?
Melodic dubstep, good idea.
No man
Bit of chime.
can be the perfect soldier in battle and survive, but you won't die. Why?
Jess, I hope you're listening. I hope you're writing down all of these. I hope you're writing down all of these fantastic suggestions. There you go. She's gonna check it out, guys. Fantastic. By the way, I really, really, really like. You know, some people unfortunately find integrating the vocal samples into a track quite difficult, but I think you've done it really well here, guys. Nice drums. Oh yeah, those drums are great. See, I think for me, if you had that, oh, hang on, is that the same track? Yeah, it is the same track. If you had that kind of, you can hear how you feel that that impact more with that second drop in comparison to the first one. Just saying. I think yeah, you can just. I think you can just hear. You can just feel it. You can feel it more. You can feel that release much more. Oi oi, outlaw. Oi oi. Can everyone give my man Ellis a good welcome? Honestly, I think you guys have done some really fucking clever things with this genre. Genuinely, I'm liking the ideas here. I think it's good. This is by Tefra and Bohemian. It's a Banguski, mate. It's a grade 1 Banguski. I'll just type it down. But it's not released yet, so to my knowledge. Or is it Final Master, so it is out. Anyway. Grade 1 Banguski, fam. Don't chat to me. I'm not gonna lie, this isn't my favourite stalk I've ever had. No, it drops tomorrow. Sick. Well, there you go, guys. This comes out tomorrow. I really like that track. I think you've got some really good ideas. There are a couple of things that I would change, but I think for the most part, a lot of that track is very, very, very decent. I think you should be very happy with that one. Especially seeing as it's a collaboration, and collaborations can be quite difficult to, you know, get your ideas down. Got him! Oh, really sorry, Ellis, mate, but we're at the limit today. Okay, now I'm going to listen to Empty Stomach with Fortune. Guys, you might want to actually search this one on SoundCloud because I really like the I'm really liking the artwork. It's really cool. Yeah, Fortune by Empty Stomach. Oh, this is nice. I really like those oozy sounds. They're decent. It does need, I think, a little melody or something running through it, just like a do 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 do. So like something that was like following the synths, but that wasn't, you know, completely overwhelming. Just something to take your attention in another direction whilst that intro is going on. Yeah, I mean, you've integrated the musicality there. To be fair, I do personally think I would have had it. I would have had it in the introduction as well, the first bit, and not just this build. But yeah, nice, nice. You are on the list, my friend. You're next. Ooh. That's really decent. I really like that. Really good sounds. Nice quality to the sounds as well. So like some good sound design, and you can hear everything quite clearly, quite crisp. Is it? I personally would have tried to like just flesh it out a little bit more, whether that's with the drums or with a couple more little sounds in there. But overall, I think the idea is really quite sweet, actually. You see what I mean? Like there are gaps in it where just a little thing in there could just keep it ticking along even more, and that will just take it to another level, in my opinion. And just also a little bit cleaner in the transitions between sections as well, I think. But yeah. You know what it reminds me of? Any of you people listen to Redax or Redax? Any audio? Not this bit, but the heavier bits, you know, with that really gurgly kind of Virtual Riot-esque kind of sound. Empty Stomach.
Empty stomach.
Oi! Oi, yeah, go on, son. Yes, 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 yes. I think I am liking this one. Needs a couple little more touches, as I've said before, just filling in those gaps a bit, and just a little bit cleaner in terms of like the interaction between everything that's there, just so you can feel each sound even more. But I think for the most part, it's a really sweet idea, as I've said. On reflection, I would also have to say that I'm not entirely sure on the musicality in this track. I think it's a bit too different, just doesn't really fit. It doesn't really have a genuine feeling, in my opinion, in relation to the dubstep. The dubstep, well, yeah, whatever you want to call it, that kind of comes after. Yeah, that's it really. But sweet track overall, and I do understand that. Say doing the musical parts are often miling away the hardest parts. So I feel you. It's a difficult thing, but this is what makes the best the best. Next we have Rhythm version 2 from Enition. I think this is definitely a whip because it's private. Yeah, it'll be a whip. So this will be best for a bit of feedback because it's being worked on. So let's go. Very, 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 very sweet. I like that. I think you could draw that intro out. I don't know if that was the start because obviously it's fading in. And I don't know, but I think you could have that twice as long and really, spread out that kind of that glacial, twinkly kind of feeling. I think it's really sweet. This is good. This is good. And I'm apologizing right now for pausing it just before the drop, but I'll wind it back. Don't worry. But I have to comment on it. I think it's good. I think for me, the drums, the percussion, like I would flesh it out just a little bit more so that it's not like too contained, if you know what I mean. Just so that you kind of feel the presence of it even more. I've said it with other tracks already tonight, but that's kind of what I'm feeling about it. Is that just to take it to that new level, just having the percussion just a little less muffled, little less scratchy, and a bit more alive and free, and not feeling like it's being prohibited somewhat. We'll go back from here. Lovely. It is good. It is a good idea. I like it. But again, I do think there could be more going on. So for me personally, with the drop, I wouldn't have had those isolated notes. I would have just gone straight in because you've already had that, that build, and it's a really good one. So I think for it to kind of hit the listener more, I think you can come straight in with a ba ba da ba 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 ba. You might not actually like me saying this, but Two Vein, I would look at Two Vein. A lot of what actually happened with Two Vein? He got in a little beef with Mastodon or something. Yeah, someone please tell me what happened there. But basically, his drops, I hate to say it, they are fucking juicy. And so I think he would be a really, really great person's music to look at. Okay, so to be. Check out that bad boy. That was one of my favorite tracks of 2016, I think. Oh right, okay. Well, I mean, guys, when does it actually become okay for someone to file a copyright claim? Some of his tunes were fucking sick. Like, honestly, better than a lot of stuff I was hearing on NSD at that time. So it's like, if he does feel like people are copying his kind of stuff, then what would you do? Like, how do you go about that? Honestly, and it's a shame because now he's not available. His song with Mastodon, I think Doomsday, fucking incredible track, and now it's like, Oh, was he really? I'm sorry to hear that. Ah, yeah, no, that's a bit shit. I'm sorry to hear that. It does get some people, and you know, that doesn't make me want to carry on listening to their music. But then, you know, he did make some absolute bangers. Anyway, back to this tune. Yeah, it's I really like the sounds here actually. I think they are just nice and they keep the attention really well. But there are gaps, you know, there are gaps, and you can probably hear that. But there are gaps where you can just fill those gaps with more sounds and just keep it going, keep it ticking along. Let the track kind of reveal more to the listener as it goes on. He blocked you from following him on SoundCloud. I didn't know you could do that. That's jokes. Well, it's not jokes, but the fact that you can do that. You can't follow me. How dare you? How dare you try to follow me and my music? You poomplex. Yeah. That is a switch up. That is a good switch up. Yeah, I hate to say it, but it is a two vein. Check out two vein stuff. Check out two vein stuff. Yes, mate. Yes, mate. But again, it's the gaps. Again, it is the gaps. You can feel those gaps, man. Just keep giving us sounds, like just keep throwing them into the track. That's what will take it to another level, in my opinion. And also, I don't know what you're doing here, but I think you can. That dubstep section can be, you know, lengthened out as well, unless you're planning on going on some sort of mid-section journey at that point, which, you know, fair enough if you want to. But me personally, I would drag that second drop out as well. But nah, good stuff. That is a good foundation with which to work, my friend. Next up, we have Solaroid. Solaroid been engaging on Twitter last couple of days. I've been enjoying that. Thank you very much. They've got some big tracks out. Is it they? Yeah, it is a they. I'm pretty sure it's a they. Anyway, Solaroid with 3 for free. Whip version 6. Rhythm tech support, fam. We must have some phone shop lovers out there, surely. What a fantastic TV show. Oh, sorry, man. It is at the same time every other Sunday, 10 o'clock GMT. So just make sure you're there on time next time. Here we go.
For me, it's McChicken, the best fast food sandwich. I even asked for extra McChicken sauce packets, and the staff are so friendly and more than willing to oblige. One time, I asked for McChicken sauce packets, and they gave me 3. Yeah, 3. I said, wow, 3 for free? And a nice friendly McDonald's worker laughed and said, I'm going to call you 3 for free. Now,
where's this vocal sample coming from? It's jokes. This is jokes. I'm liking it. I think as all the components of this track are coming together nicely. I think doesn't sound rushed. Just sounds a solid introduction.
Hey, it's free for free.
I do think that for me there just needs to be more of a build towards that drop so that the drop can be felt more. It is good. I think the dubstep, like the sounds you've got in there, are good. They're nice, but there just needs to be more of a build towards it, so we feel the impact of it much more.
Hey, it's free for free.
And maybe throwing like a high pitched sound at the beginning there. It's like wow, like and then kind of kick on with the dubstep here. Kind of similar to what my boy Toby Odd Prophet does. You know, he likes to start a fair few of his drops with a nice little like drawn out like meow or like a roll, and so I think you can look to him for a bit of inspiration on that. Nice. Yeah, I think it just needs a bit more kind of energy, and that will come with a couple more higher synths, like higher pitched synths. So it's like a just give it a new lease of life with a couple of sounds that are just really like.
I'm sorry, but
Yeah, unfortunately, Ellis, it was too late to send. I did see your message. I haven't opened it yet. But yeah, unfortunately, I've got 10 tracks, my friend. But yeah, every other Sunday, guys. So I'll be doing this. Okay, yeah. I think there is a lot of potential with this. There's a lot of potential, but it does, and I think it's really aware in a good way, in the sense that you guys know when to kind of bring stuff in or have little breaks or moments of respite in the track, but it can just do with a little bit more, just a few more little cheeky touches to take it to another level. Alter, yeah, I did get yours. Yours is soon.
I get there at least 3 times a week for lunch and a large coffee with milk instead of cream. 1 to 2 times for breakfast on the weekend, and maybe once for dinner when I'm in a rush. But I want a great meal that's affordable, fast, and can match my daily nutritional needs. I can get my fries and chicken sauce. It's delicious. What a great restaurant.
Yeah, okay. Track, yeah. Like the vocal sample. Good fun. Keep it going, laddie. Okay, now we have Intergalactic Standoff work in progress from Lastronica. Are we ready? Let's go. Oh, your picture says Dogma EP. So looks like Mr. Lastronica has an EP coming out soon. Nice. I think you've got the kind of balance between all the sounds like pretty spot on there. That's good. Liking that.
To demonstrate my resolve. You have no choice but to kill you.
Make those kicks like a little bit more harder hitting, if you can. Maybe put a bit of reverb on them, make it like a boom, bat. Because they're at the bottom of the track at the moment, which is completely fine, like normal for any dubstep track. But you can, yeah, if you just sharpen that kick a bit more, that'll be magnificent. For me personally, I would say that those tearing sounds are kind of coming out of nowhere in the build. And I do actually think there is a good technique sometimes to use what you're going to use in the drop in the build. Sometimes I also think it doesn't quite work. So maybe think of a different way of incorporating that in if you can, or just maybe I personally wouldn't have it altogether. it's each to their own. Once again, it's one of those things where if you want to keep it in, but it does, for me, it does just kind of come out of nowhere.
Shall we begin?
Oh yeah, nice. The snares again, they just need to be a bit crisper, and some of the dubstep sounds, they're nice, but they just need to kind of make their presence felt in the track more. They kind of have like a bit of an empty sound to them, in my opinion. But they're good, but they do just need a bit more of like a bit more life kind of breathed into them, if that makes sense, just so they kind of take the attention of the listener more. This is a track that hasn't been released yet. It's a private link, but it's Intergalactic Standoff by Mr. Laztronica. Give him a follow. Ah, it's Mr. Exo Bolt. Well, go on. Yeah, I mean, same applies here as for the first section, the first kind of half of this drop. Yeah, it just needs to be like refined. It just needs general refining, because I think the idea is there pretty much. That is a good idea to run with, in my opinion. But yeah, just needs a bit of refining. Just needs fleshing out and HDifying, if you would.
Try to stop you.
Very, very, very nicely managed midsection. I'm enjoying that a lot. Very circus like, you know, very like did it whatever the fuck, you know, that means, but like kind of got like a spaghetti kind of feel to it, which I'm enjoying a lot. Yeah, I think you need to be a bit more, a bit surer, a bit more sure of what you're doing with that build, because it just transitions from one thing to the next too quickly and too out of nowhere. So I think be a bit more sure of when you're going to bring in the kicks leading up to this next drop. And yeah, I think that's a really good midsection / build if you can just get just crack down on that, on when you're bringing in the different types of percussion.
Shall we begin?
Nice little elephant sound there. Some really good growls in here, actually. Some really nice synths. Yeah, decent. I'm liking the switch up for the second drop. It's good. My watch just broke. The strap on my watch just broke. I'm gutted. But good track. I like it. It's got a lot of potential, and it is a whip, so I assume you will be working on it a decent amount in the future. Yeah, just be aware of when you're bringing stuff in, new stuff, and work on refining some of the sounds and just making it sound in general a little cleaner. And yeah, I think it's got the potential to be a big one, fucking big one. You made that on an iPad. How interesting. Oh, very interesting. Okay. Should we listen to an extant track? Cut Me Open. Well, I have, to be honest, I have heard this song already. You know, yeah, let's go with it. Let's go ahead, shall we? Actually, Exton, are you still here? I haven't set up the Discord, but I know people that are willing to help me with it. I am quite the obviously I want it to be worth it, and I actually personally just haven't really used it at all before consistently. So I think it's better off. I'm better off trusting someone with setting it up and stuff, and then like slowly getting to grips with how to use it. Because when I have tried, even when it hasn't been my Discord, and I found it quite overwhelming. But I'm more than willing to try it out because I've had a lot of people tell me to do it. So yeah, I will do it. But here we go. Cut Me Open, Extant remix. What I did think when I heard this, and when I hear it now again, it's got quite a savant feel to it. Don't know if you listen to Mr. Savant Extant. But yeah, decent. Very dreamy, very pretty and lovely. And then all hell breaks loose. Yeah, I mean, this is just, it's well composed, and I don't think, you know, that's a thing that you say often with a dubstep track, but it is just well composed. Very eerie. That's well, actually, I'd say it's more scenic and blissful than eerie, personally. But I see where you're coming from. Now that is eerie as fuck. It's so decent. I love it. I just love that little break. You're like, oh fuck, what's around me? It's fucking so well done. I really like it. so decent. Fucking hell. Can we just marvel, please? This is fucking decent. I mean, there are a few little things I would change personally, but it's already been put out, and it's like, it would just be a bit pernickety, really. It would like such little things. Large cum. All right, Ellis, mate. Each to their own on this channel, as always. Oh, don't you worry, my friend. I'm not massive on that whole skipping thing anyway, so we shall listen. It's turned into a mukbang. Is that broccoli? Yeah. A little bit of broccoli and a nice little curry. Just flips the track on its head. Madness. I don't know what the flavor is really. What it's called, but it's a vegan curry, obviously vegan, and it's bloody lovely. It's bloody lovely. No, I fucking wolfed it down, didn't I? Can you have you ever heard anyone else go from fucking like tear out death steppy music to Lions type music? Will we ever see that again? Who knows? I do know X-Troller, and yeah, I've heard a bit of him recently. Actually, someone else recommended him to me. So yeah, couple little similarities there. It is released. It was released on Otto Deo Records, the label of the Trickers, if I'm correct. So, mate, extensive producer. This is what I'm saying. Like these people, we were talking about tear out earlier, tear out, death step kind of music. These people, they're making a name for themselves in the underground. It's gonna come slowly up more and more. They're gonna keep going. For me personally, the first drop goes on for slightly too long, but I mean, yeah, again, it's being pernickety because the basis of it is just really very solid. Oh yeah, someone asked me how old I am earlier, and I forgot to answer, but I'm 24. Listen to that richness. Listen to that. Euphoric. So decent. And then compare that with the start of the track. That, and then it's like going from fucking. It's like going from Copandorum, all quiet, obviously, because it's a quiet remix, to fucking Must Die or Seven Lions or Woolly. Like Woolly's like more melodic side. I know I look younger than 24, my friend. I've had enough of that in my life, I can tell you that for nothing. Okie dokie. Next we have Vandal by Alter. How tall is Connor? I don't know. Do I tell you? Or are you gonna think less of me? Well, Must Die has a new track coming out tomorrow, so check it out when it drops. I can listen to that track in 45 minutes, and I probably will. No, not as tall as you, LS. Some people are blessed with, height. But I'm not. Like, I wouldn't say. No, I'm gonna stop talking about it. You're gonna make me upset. Anyway, no jokes. I don't really care about my height. Here we go. Alter with Vandal. Really nice, actually. I'm liking that. I'm liking these sounds. They're really cool. I would look at Boo. When it comes to having those kind of really spacey introductions with a few sounds that just get repeated, and you can really feel the presence of them in his tracks. So, I think just look at him and how he just kind of sets that atmosphere. Bit of reverb, bit more kind of spacious feel to those sounds would just give them even more atmosphere and feeling, presence, all that. I think I like how the percussion is brought in, but I think it can just be, I think it could be more of it. I think they can be much crisper. Yeah, it can just bring the track really to life at that point. Just add a bit more in, just really get it firing off with the percussion. Yeah, I do. Yeah, it is good. I like the sounds. They're really cool, cheeky, and they're also actually very clean. But it does just need more going on at that point to.
You don't want to fight me.
Holy shitballs.
It's not gonna be
Okay, that I must say that did take me by surprise a little too much. I'm just gonna play it back slightly.
You don't want to fight me.
Yeah, fuck. Even listening to it a second time, I was just a bit
Don't worry. It's not gonna be a fight. Just a down.
They are six. I think they are six sounds, but yeah. Oh, mate, those drums. You can hear that. Surely you applied what you've got going with the intro, with how clean some of those sounds are, and you apply that to the percussion more, then it will take this track to another level. Yeah, it just yeah, I mean, I think the dubstep is quite decent, but it does just need, the percussion is just the thing that's keeping it keeping it back, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep saying the same thing. It's just it's unfortunately it's the percussion. The dubstep is quite decent. This is right. This bit's sick. I like the tense. I like the tense feeling of this bit. Some nice sounds going on. Ooh. Very pretty, very nice. I like that. Yeah, I think you could run with that for a lot longer. Just create that, embellish that atmosphere, keep it building, have a nice little rise going up to the drop. I think the percussion was actually quite decent at points there. Kind of midsection bit for a lot longer, I think. Yeah, mate. Again, it's just the percussion. Yeah, and it goes on. I think you can, for a second drop, what I think is quite a good technique is actually changing it up, but having it cut in half or a lot shorter than the first one, just to make it super impactful. And then maybe ending quite abruptly after that. It's a technique used by quite a lot of producers at the moment, and I think that could do a good thing for this track as well. But yeah, main point with that one would be that would help bring the track to life a lot more, in my opinion. Okay, V-Pot, are you still here, Mr. V-Pot, or have you gone? Because we've got a track of yours here, Death Squad remix. He's still here. Okay, let's go. You're too slow, Ellis, you fucking dog. What is that? What does that percussion remind me of? Something from the past. Anyway. Oh, I haven't followed you back on SoundCloud. That's really bad of me. I apologize for that. Done. I'm gonna start again, actually. I personally I would have had that intro little tense bit, that little eerie bit of a decent amount longer. Like a little bit more of that clockworky, like ticking, like crackling sound, whatever it is. I think it's cool. I think you can run with that a bit more. Really, no, I really like that. Really well placed. Like it. Okay, yeah, this is I like it. I think it's a good take on the original. The original is one that I still kind of struggle to get into today. And actually, you know, Quiet, he actually knows this because I reviewed the EP in a monthly roundup. Yeah, that is, I still kind of struggle to get into it, but I think you're doing like decent things with the playing around with it, like a nice amount, which is cool. Good stuff. Case in point. Oh. Oh shit! Oh fuck me up! One thing I'm gonna say here, I do prefer the grungier, earthier stuff more than those higher pitched ones, but I think it's good that you bring it in at that point in the track. I think it's like I think it's necessary. But that first initial release is fucking decent. Oi, fuck me up! Yeah, some really nice sounds in here, man. Like I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Yes, it's very juicy. You know, if I'm scrunching my face at something, that means I'm feeling it. You know, some good stuff here. What I would say, when it comes to using, you know, kind of metal vocals of any kind, it's really difficult to kind of integrate them in and get like the balance and like the relationship between all the different components quite on point. So I would definitely recommend listening to a load of phase one, yeah, because he just gets it spot on. And the way that he builds up to heavy metal vocals, like proper booming, like atmospheric builds, and you feel it right here when you have his metal vocal samples just before the drops. And yeah, that is something that I think could be worked on a little bit. It's probably not something that you're going to have in loads of your tracks in the future, but you know, just in case you were to, or if you are indeed working on this one still, it is private, so I assumed you were. But yeah, I think check out a load of phase one, and he is just the absolute don at that. Oh yeah. Woo-hoo! Some of the sounds come out of nowhere a little bit and I don't think quite fit in with the general aesthetic. But again, if that is just a taste thing, really. If there are sounds you like, then you're going to use them. You know what I mean? But yeah, for me, some of them are a little bit ill-fitting within the dubstep generally.
When we step up to the stage, make some space in the pit. Don't get across the way with the death work rolling. All men from now on, we feel that place up like the grave is calling us. We'll step up to the stage, make some space in the pit. Don't get
Oh, this is nice, mate. This little injection of euphoric musicality is fucking tingling my ballsack. I'll tell you that much. Fucking days, lad. Oh, fuck me up. Oh, yeah. Is that, what would you call that? That's kind of jump uppy, isn't it? It's not quite doing the but it's kind of, it's got that kind of feel to it. My balls have been well and truly tickled. The balls have been. For me, this drop isn't for me as much as the first one, but I appreciate the second drop change up. I think that's a nice development. Yeah, it's for me. There's not quite enough going on. I think it could be have more stuff in it. It could be fleshed out a little bit more. But yeah, I rate the change up. I think that's very rateable. Some good sounds being integrated in there. I like that. Oh yeah, there's little. Nice. I like that. I like that ending as well. Nice one. Good track. I don't know. I as I said, I assume you are working on it. Couple little things I would alter, but I think again, foundations for a very solid track. Nice one. All right, last one. Here we have Gactix, Mr. Gactix with Light Years. Oh, we have an electro house tune, guys. I, for one, am very excited to see a load of producers saying that electro house is coming back. I fucking love that genre of music. One of my like so many fantastic songs from my from years ago that have just got me into heavy electronic music, and if people are going to be making that again, then I'm fucking ecstatic, to be honest. But here we go, Gactix with Light Years. Oof. Fuck me up. I love that beat. Fuck yeah. This one is also tingling, tickling, feathering my sack. Lovely. Got the noise vibe to it. I'm back. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Am I hearable? Are we good? It's back. Right, I'll wind it back a bit. Apologies for that. I'm liking this intro. It's juicy. It's getting me hyped. I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it. Just fucking Knife Party, man. I just want some new Knife Party music. I'll be happy. This year, if I get that, I will be happy. I'll probably go out on a limb and say they're my favourite act, my favourite bass music act ever. I do kind of want new Pendulum, but at the same time, I don't really want them to maim what they've done in the past. You know, it's kind of, they've made such incredible music. Every album is straight fire, and I would trust them because, you know, I think musically they are some of the best, you know, in bass music. But I really don't want them to kind of, I don't want to, you know, maim that. I personally, that lead line, I would have that way higher pitch. Oh, sorry, hang about. You know, and make it more euphoric. I think it would breathe a new life into the track. I think it would kind of make it more, it would make it stand out more, I think. Am I here? Am I good? Classic broccoli Wi-Fi. I'm really sorry about that. I don't know what's going on here. Wind it back a bit. Oh, mate, I'm not gonna lie. It goes into the drop much too quickly, and there's not really, for me, I wouldn't say there's much sense of a mix down there. You just need to feel that first release way more, and like there's not enough of like a break or a contrast between the build and this drop. Again, percussion, snares, like kicks are alright, kicks are decent, but snare just needs to be much cleaner and snappier. And then I think the growling, the dark sounds over the top could just also have a bit more of a dynamic to them. So now they're just like being blurted out, whereas it could be like have a little bit of jumpiness to them, maybe like a da 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 da, or just something a bit spicier, basically, is what I'm saying. I think the bits surrounding the drops are really, really sweet. You know, I'm really liking like the interludes and the introduction so far. sweet. I like it. I like the energy of it. It's good. Those jagged sounds in the background, perhaps slightly distracting. Could be down an octave, perhaps. Not an octave, sorry. Just a little bit lower in volume. Hello? I'm reviewing music, Mum.
I thought you were.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just unfortunately sounding a little bit empty at this point as well. I'm really liking the general theme. I think that really works for it, and some of the sounds are great. Musically, I think it's doing good stuff. But yeah, it does just need more going on. And that first drop, actually. I think can be cut in half. It is good. I like what it's doing, but if, as I said, like add a little bit more to it and also cut it in half, I think that'll be a good thing for this track generally, is like knowing when to go to the next sections and kind of seeing what bits you can kind of trim. That'll just add again a load more kind of impactful feel to it. Again, you just need to build towards that much more. I really like this drop change. I think it's a good idea from the first like half second I've heard of it. But yeah, you just build towards it way more. Then you must know, with a load of music that you like of this kind, or even with dubstep generally. But what was I saying? Yeah, just build towards it more, and that'll be a great thing for the track. Realize the release is more. And this is a good idea. I like it, and especially as a change from the first drop, as I said. But listen to someone like Space Laces, for example, and how he just layers and builds and fattens up all of his sounds, and just there's so much going on, and it's all to create one thing, but it's so much coming together. And I think you do a lot of good kind of examining when listening to him, just how he fattens everything up that he does. He's, for me, him and Sudden Death are the best at that. This is really cool, this bit. It's like early Dead Mouse stuff. It's cool. Oh, sweet, man. I really like the general concept and like the theme that runs through it. Really nice kind of electro feel to it, which is refreshing at the moment. It's really good. yeah, just keep working on it. Just keep working on it, and follow your instincts with it, and you will create a banguski, a true banger. But yeah, guys, that is 10 tracks for this week. Thank you for everyone that sent a track in. If you weren't able to, then just tune in in a couple of weeks. I'll be doing it again every other Sunday from now on. Lastronica, that is a good idea. I'll make a note of that. The Datsic thing, Datsic commentary. I mean, I'm not sure how I would title that one, but it is a very good idea. The art versus the artist. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't want it to kind of branch out too far beyond dubstep, because then I'd be bloody talking about R. Kelly and all of that stuff, and I don't really want to venture into that territory. But yeah, I shall try and make it dubstep exclusive. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in. To everyone that's tuned in, keep it naughty, and I shall see you in next week's videos. Much love, one and all. Peace out.